was swimming at Indian Point on the Calais side of the river, near the cove above the Ferry Point Bridge. Back then, all the boys went swimming in the river. We did it all the time. Lots of boys even used to jump off the bridge when the tide was high. I never did, though. It was a little scary jumping off the bridge. It was higher up than it looked when you were just walking or riding across it. But the older boys all did it, and some of the smaller boys, too. Well, that day was especially hot, so I'm not surprised Jimmy Egan was swimming near the cove. All our parents knew we went swimming, and they always warned us to be very careful and to watch the tide, because in some parts of the river, when the tide was coming in, the current was really strong. That's what happened to Jim Egan, I'm afraid. The tide started to go out, and the current must have been stronger than he realized. He was just swept downstream before anyone could do anything to help him. They said he was last seen raising his hands above his head as he went right down over the falls below, and that was the last that was seen of him. They searched the river on the shore and the water with boats, but they couldn't find him, I guess. I don't know if they ever found him. I only knew him a little. He was about 12 and a really likable feller. It's really sad. I never thought it could be so dangerous swimming in the river. It was always so much fun. Well, on that very same day that Jim Egan drowned, July 13, 1921, I was playing with my friend Harold Moffat. He lived over on North Street, not too far from where I lived, and we knew each other from school, too. Sometimes we played together, especially in the summer when school was out. I loved the summer. Well, this day we weren't going swimming, even though it was hot. We were walking along the river up by Stilson Street, and there were lots of water lilies blooming in the middle of the river at that time of the year. They were real pretty, so we decided to go out to get some to give to our mothers. The water was too deep to wade out, and they were too far away for use to swim to them. Besides, we thought it would be too hard to swim out and pick them, then carry them back to the shore at the same time. So we came up with a real good idea. Why heck, we were always coming up with good ideas, Harold and me. We decided to make a raft just like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. So we tied some branches together with some twine we had in our pockets and some vines we found and climbed aboard. Well, we were out in the middle picking water lilies when the raft started to come apart. I guess we hadn't made it as strong as we thought. Anyhow, all of a sudden the whole thing just came apart and we fell into the water. At first we laughed, but then we began to feel scared. We were a long way out and it was hard to swim with our clothes on. And besides, we weren't used to swimming long ways. Usually we just swam close to shore. We never went out to the middle of the river. We began yelling and waving our arms for help and splashing around and grabbing for each other, but then we went under. And that was the end. We both drowned. The men found us, but it was too late, of course.